Hi everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. As you know, if you've turned on to this video, I always say that because that's my opening line. But anyway, I'm really excited to tell you I'm adopting, yay, not a baby, but a pen. There was a pen that my friend Jen decided she didn't want, and I had mentioned to her that if she ever wanted to sell it, I would be interested. And so she decided that she didn't want to keep the pen, so it came today. I wanted to do the unboxing. I'm really very excited about this pen because it's a style that I really was drawn to when I first started my little fountain pen journey or hobby. I had seen this on Held and Writes, or a similar pen. I saw a Franklin Christoph pen on Held and Writes. I don't know if this is the same model as she showed or the one that she made reference to maybe. But that was where I first heard about these pens that look like antique glass. So that just really appealed to me. Then I bought a Moonman Wankai Mini that had sort of a transparent look like this, but I didn't like the pen at all. I think it was the nib, and I found out later from Chris Signs I could have switched out the nib. I didn't know that at the time, so I just let my grandkids have it. And they are learning about fountain pens, so it wasn't altogether a bad thing to do. But anyhow, this is what I really wanted in the first place. So I decided to use some of my little bit of spending money that I have for this small job that I do for my husband's work. So anyway, I will show you that, but before we get to that super exciting pen reveal, I wanted to just show you these stamps. Obviously, espresso drinks. I think these are so neat. I saw them at the post office, kind of like advertised about a month ago, several weeks before the April 9th release date, and I was talking to the clerk there, and we were both excited about these, so I bought a couple. Well, they're not really a book anymore, are they? But sheets of these. So if you like coffee or you just like the look of coffee themed items, you can get those at your local post office. So anyway, those are going to be special for pen pals and so forth. All right, let's take a look at this beauty. This is the Franklin Christoph vintage glass looking. It's plastic, but it looks like vintage glass. I don't know the number. We'll probably see that in a minute. Let me just peek at this off camera. Well, she thanks me for giving this beautiful pen a new home, so it really is like an adoption, isn't it? So you are welcome, Jen, and thank you for making it available. Super fun. This kind of stuff just makes my day. Ooh. Oh, thank you. Jairban Emerald of Chivor. I have been wanting to try this ink for a long time. I think it's a beautiful ink anytime I've seen it. I was going to buy this, and I was going to buy well, let me back up. I wanted to buy this when I ended up buying their Rouge Hematite because like everybody was buying that, and I wanted to try something a little different, and I liked the samples that I saw like on a blog or something, a website of the Rouge Hematite as well as this, and I thought, okay, I'm going to go for that. I kind of wish I didn't, and that I would have done this one. I think it's pretty, but the shades of this are much more me, I think, than the Rouge Hematite has ended up being. Thank you for including that. That's such a beautiful ink color. So here we go. Let's see if I can figure out the box. The big challenge of it all, right? Comes in this nice little case. Oh, there we go. Franklin Christoph logo in this little gray zip case. Ooh, what? Another pen. Wow. Jen, thank you. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Am I to use those together? I should read the note and I would probably understand. Oh, you are one generous friend. Thank you so much. This is so pretty with the tourmaline, right? The Lamy tourmaline. And I just ordered a bottle of that because I've been writing with it via the cartridge I have that's Lamy tourmaline, and it's really, I've been very happy with that. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, thank you. Ooh, here it is. Ah, it just feels really nice to hold. It's very, very light. Very smooth. Jen did a video on this, but I'll just mention too that it's got the look. I wonder if something else in the background would work better than my gray sewing mat thing here. Does that help? We can try it. It's got the faint greenish look to it when you hold it at an angle. If you can see that there, like a Coke bottle. The old Coke bottles were like this. So this is what this looks like and has been nicknamed that, but that's not anywhere in the name. I really like the end to this. To me, that looks so much like glass, which I think is super cool. I guess this would be a heavy and very breakable pen if it were glass, but I love that it looks like it. So what I was trying to point out before I interrupted myself about 10 times, it has this textured look. Maybe you could say it's sort of like that glass that they call seedy, because it looks like it's got little seed-shaped air pockets in it. It's kind of like that, but this is real smooth. And these two, let's see if I could just open that up. Maybe that works better. These two ends, the cap and this end, has that thicker acrylic that just looks like Coke bottle glass. Am I saying that right? So it unscrews. And then I think if you can eyedropper this, and I think this would be the threads that I would put a little silicone grease based on the other videos I've seen, but if there's something else I need to know, somebody tell me. So right now it has a converter in it. So I had to think about what ink to put in that. Oh, I'm so excited to try this. I love it. Oh, and then here, a little tidbit. It says Franklin Christoph. It's kind of etched in. I don't know if, can you see it like right in there? I don't know if this kind of detail is of interest to everybody. I'm just trying to mention it and be a little bit more thorough because so often I do a review and I'm blah, 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 and I'm done and I didn't really say a whole lot. It screws here rather than at the end. So that's kind of neat. I think, do I have that right? Or I guess, okay. This is where it's attaching, but it's up higher on the cap. That's neat. That's cool. Right through there. And a thing that I like about this as well, another thing is let me fold this back up. The nib is like, gosh, it's catching that light and it's really a glare. Someday I'll work on tweaking my lighting, but today is not that day. Blah. Sorry, I'm blinding everybody. Let's just, that doesn't make a difference. Okay, here we go. It's just wider from here to here. And I like that look a lot, that thickness right here. There's a name. Is that the wings? Is that what they call the wings? So where the nib comes down on each side, that thickness there is very appealing. appealing to me in a pen, and I don't think most of my pens have a nib that's wider like that. So I like that. I don't know a lot about nibs, quite honestly, but Jen really liked this. It's etched with the Franklin Christoph, and it's got this fancy little design along there, but whether or not I can effectively show that to you is another story. So, very, very beautiful. Cannot wait to ink that up. I will probably do that and then come back. I don't want to take the time to show the whole process of inking it up and everything. And I have to learn how to do this, so you have better things to do than to watch me struggle and spill ink and color my fingers. But I'll come back when I have it ready and we'll do a little writing test. So this is just so exciting. I'm just loving getting a few new things. I think some of you are laughing now because I know I've said I'm not going to keep collecting pens, but this opportunity came along and I really felt like I wanted to try this pen out. It's beautiful. I love the clear. I think as an eyedropper pen that would be super neat because you could see just that ink sloshing around. But I don't know. I like seeing the works, the cartridge and so forth also. So there we go. Back in just a little bit with an inked up pen and we'll give it a little first writing test. And so awesome. Oh, thank you, Jen. This is so nice. Appreciate it all. We'll be back soon. Quick comment to correct any misunderstanding, or if you're like, no, that's not the tourmaline. This is the aquamarine, which is going to be really pretty, I think, if I try this ink with it. Or, again, the Lamy tourmaline ink, or my Iroshizuku pilot ink, the Kujaku. Lots of things would look neat in this. Any color would look neat in it. It's just sometimes fun to try to match with the pen. So anyway, just wanted to correct what I said. It's not tourmaline, it's aquamarine. It's a really beautiful color. Thank you, Jen. Back in a second. Okay, I'm back, and I did manage to get my fingers all inky. I'm using the Diamine Ancient Copper Diamine. Is there a proper way of pronouncing that? Let me know if you know. So I looked up the SIG nib. This is the card that came with the pen. It's a fine and it's SIG, and I forgot exactly what that meant, so I just did a quick search. It's for stub italic gradient. So the Well-Appointed Desk was the site that I got this information from, and they said it is, I'm reading my notes off to the side, but it falls between a stub nib and an italic nib, and the result is a smooth writing experience. It has the smooth feel of a stub nib with the crispness of an italic nib. So I'm going to go to that blog and read some more about pens. I haven't really thought about reading blog posts on pens and nibs and so forth, so I think that would be a good learning experience for me to develop and grow in my knowledge of what now is just a hobby, but one that I'm not super well informed on yet of all the ins and outs and the finer points of this pen world. But I love how this looks. I have a TWSBI 1.1 stub, which I like a lot on some papers and others not as much. Anyway, this will be a fun thing to try, and I'm totally unfamiliar with italic nibs. If any of you want to comment below on your experience with italic nibs and what you think of those. I'm looking at my phone and it's looking like the video process is going wonky, so I'll keep this short and just try not to get my head in the way here. I do prefer writing sitting down, obviously, and I think my handwriting is better when I can sit, but let's just write Franklin Christoph. I have to look up the number of this pen that I have, like the name. It's a 3 something, I think we said. We'll just call it vintage glass looking pen. In my title, I will try to find the proper name. I like how this feels. It's different, and I'm seeing that a certain angle works better. Like right at first, I felt like it was like kind of like I was scratching more. So I need to find the fine point of this. And then I'm writing in. It feels really great though. Very smooth writing experience. And I'm liking this ink with this nib too because it's coming out nice and flowy. I like that wet, flowy feel. Generally, that's my favorite, but I'm finding that there's others that I like too. So it's just, I guess, live and learn, right? This is going to be fun. This is going to be really nice to write in. I think I'm going to like it with my longer projects because it is a finer line and I'll be able to write more on my pages. I don't know what else to say, so we'll just say, again, if I was sitting down, I could see what I was doing better. Okay, those bookish things. Well, there we go. This is going to be a very fun addition to my pen family. It's a beautiful pen. It feels amazing. I just love how it looks. It's so cool. So I will sign out for now because I don't know what my phone's doing. It's, I think, running out of battery. So that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back in a day or two with a Ink of the Week review. We'll see you soon. Bye.